about this one? Travel to an exotic place for research on a future book. There's a lot of qualifiers in that one. Travel to an exotic place for research on a future book.
Well, if you included it as a startup expense,
Mm-hmm.
then I
Yeah.
would say probably, but if you tried to deduct it as an expense
Currently?
currently, I don't know.
Okay. What do y'all think?
Both.
Both. Yeah, that's the right answer.
Either,
Both.
either or.
What is it? What is about the question? Is it the exotic place that gives you pause, or the future book?
The exotic
book.
place.
Yeah, exactly.
Both. Okay. Couple stories. I wrote I did a video blog. You can find it at taxesforwriters.com. About this case that an author went to exotic places for a number of years. He went to, I think, almost every continent except Antarctica, okay? He went to Europe, he went to Africa, he went to Asia. He spent something like, I don't know, $17,000. It took thousands of photographs for his future book. He had no publisher, no publishing contract. He was going to make a photography book, okay? So he deducts $17,000 travel expenses. The IRS audits him. 5 years later, because the IRS takes a long time to get around to things, 5 years later, he's still not written the book. That was very influential in the IRS's decision that this is not a business, you're a hobby, you're not allowed that deduction. A loss, you're not allowed a hobby loss. So, yeah, no,
So, and then did he have to pay interest on that over the 5 years also?
Penalty.
it was pretty bad.
I've
You know
heard
what? You
more
know
stories
what?
of
He got out of paying penalties
Oh.
because he had consulted with a professional, and that kind of got him out of paying the penalties. And the professional said, yes, these are legitimate business deductions. Travel research for a book is a legitimate business deduction. The problem was the guy never wrote the book.
Was it the 5
if he had written the
years?
book.
Had it been 3
Yes, and
years,
yes.
they would have said like.
No, it was still the length of time. He had 5 years to write the book, and he'd not gotten around to doing it, and that weighed heavily in the judge's mind.
Now,
and
if
says,
he had-
you are not serious about this.
Now,
You're just
if-
trying to write off
Well,
a
that brings up a
vacation.
very interesting
If he
point.
had written the book, but nobody had chosen to publish it,
Would have helped. He might have won his case
he
then.
would have said, I did the book, I sent it to...
I'm just a bad business person.
I sent it to 20
Yes,
publishers,
exactly.
they all declined it.
Yeah.
Could not find a publisher for the book, but I did it.
Okay.
So then it would be a
It
legitimate...
might. I can't judge what a judge. I can't guess
Yeah.
what a judge would say, but I do know what. Yes, it probably would weigh more in his favor if he wrote the book, get the product out.
So
Yep.
I'm writing a mystery series that takes place on different rivers, and I travel all over to kayak,
Yeah.
and I
Good.
published.
Good.
This is the new
Yes.
river. So can
You're
you
fine.
deduct?
Yes.
You're kidding.
Yes. I'm not kidding. No.
Really?
Yeah, that's your research expense.
Now, she also does kayaking in relationships.
That was gonna be my other question, like,
So can she reduce some of her kayaking expenses?
Probably.
and how much...
Really?
Talk to your CPA who knows you better than I do in these 2 minutes we've been talking. But yeah, seriously, and I've got
Well,
one
he
in here.
mentioned that to me in passing, and then he kind of chuckled.
I don't
And
know
I
if I brought it.
said, "You're kidding, right?" And he said, "No." He said, "But you better keep really good records."
Okay, travel entertainment, yeah, get this one. This is IRS publication 463, and business expenses IRS publication 535. Yeah, read them and see if you fit. And
What are they? IRS?
yeah, I'll give you these. Okay.
Now the,
Oh, I get to read those.
now let's say you had,
Oh,
let's say you had take a trip for a week.
Yes. Ooh, I know where you're going. Good question.
How much of the time during that week do you have to spend on this business to be able to write it off? Do you have to spend
No,
more
the
than
IRS
half
has
your
no.
time?
No, the IRS has no criteria like that. So one of my tax clients, his name is Dan Andriaco. He writes Sherlock Holmes novels. His publisher's in London. So he went to London with his wife, and they met with the publisher, and then they had a few days of research in England, and then they had fun. So he talked to me before he went, and he confirmed afterwards, and I said, keep good records of what you did every day, what your expenses were. Going there, airfare for him, yes. Airfare for his wife, no, because she doesn't work in the business. The days that he spent in the hotel, the day he met with his publisher, and those 3 days of research, all deductible. The days that he went and just had fun with his wife, those hotels, that's personal, that's not deductible. But the airfare, certainly.